behind the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. And game 4 is upon us at Cass Tech High School, and it's the host school, the Cass Tech Technicians, taking on the Romulus Eagles in game 4 of this PSL Holiday Classic. Hello again, everyone. My name is Chad Bush alongside Coach Steve Hall. He's getting his boys ready to take on their competition later tonight in Grand Blanc, but right now it's time to talk girls basketball. And I know you've been quite proud of this girls basketball program at Cass Tech. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect from Coach A.J. Simpkins' team.
The girls are getting after it. Coach Simpkins is putting in a system where it's high pressure, and tenacious, and they're really getting after it. They're playing up tempo. They press, and it's an exciting brand of basketball to watch, and I'm looking forward to it.
And they're going to take on a team led by Coach Cindy Williams in her first year at Romulus. They're 3-2, 3-1 in league play. Coach Simpkins can relate to Coach Williams in that it's year one. It's a system you got to start, rebuild. Talk about, as a coach, what you want to establish in year one.
Man, you want to really establish just what your foundation is going to be, what your identity is going to be, having the girls or boys buy in and something that they believe in, and a brother or sisterhood is what you really want to establish right away.
At Cass Tech, look, I mean, high expectations, especially for the bigs that have come through here. Kayla Mount gone from a year ago, a luxury for Coach A.J. Simpkins. They'll replace her with another senior center in Tracy Thomas.
For sure. She served her apprenticeship. She's been a system player. She's a 3-4 year varsity player. You've seen the evolution, and she's taken off running and starting the year off with a great senior year.
All right, we've got Cass Tech and the technicians about to be introduced to this crowd. And Romulus will meet the starters for both teams. And we'll start first with the visitors from Romulus, who come in 3-2 on the year, 3-1 in league play, coached by first-year head coach Sydney Williams. And here's how they'll roll them out. Samira Searcy, one of the guards at 5'10", gets the nod in the backcourt, along with Hines, the point guard, the 5'1" senior. Story Riley, the third part of that guard trio, the 5'8", 10th grader. They've got a freshman in the lineup as well in Sinai Walker, the 5'9" freshman who wears number 10, and Madison Chambers, the second freshman in the starting five for first-year head coach Sydney Williams and the Romulus Eagles. Sydney came over after being an assistant coach at University of Michigan Dearborn for a couple years. And so Romulus taking on the host school, Cass Tech. Let's meet the technicians from Cass Tech, led by second-year head coach A.J. Simpkins, guy that has quite a bit of coaching experience, a lot in the AAU circuit, and also at his former stops at Groves and at River Rouge. The starters look like this. Tracy Thomas, who Coach Hall told you all about, the 6'1" senior center, returning presence. Nyla Terrell, the captain, a leader, vocal leader, work ethic leader, one of the captains at 5'7", and a guard. Another returning player is Melise Brown, a 5'7" junior guard who gets the starting nod, and Larea Lanier, a 5'6" sophomore guard in the backcourt, rounded out with Samantha Mackey, the 5'8" junior guard. A lot of returning players, but again, you lose a player like Mount, and A.J. Simpkins looking to get his type of team. What have you seen from him that tells you this is A.J. Simpkins' brand of basketball? Has he been able to establish that yet?
Like I said, yeah, I'm noticing that he wants to extend the floor. He wants to pressure, get after people, and be tenacious, and the fact that he has only 2 seniors on the roster and they're playing tenacious like that, speaks to what he's been doing with them.
Steve Hall, state champion head coach on the boys' side of things for Cass Tech just 2 years ago. And we'll get a look at his club as they take on Grand Blanc. as the night capper at 7:45. That's the scheduled time. How often is the scheduled time in these tournaments ever hit?
Well, yeah, you know, it's been quite a bit of warm-up time, so far so good. No overtime games. The last game was a running clock, so right now we're good. We're all good, Chad.
It's all kind of balanced itself out. Cass Tech comes out in the lime green uniforms along with the standard green uniforms. How do you like these uniforms? In fact, the uniforms are the storyline early. It's a technical foul called on Cass for not wearing white uniforms. Well, if you ask me, it's worth a technical to wear uniforms like this. I'll give you the 1 point. These are some sick unis. Fine. Here's a 1 point lead. Here's a 2 point lead. Right? And I didn't hear your answer about the unis. You dig them or no?
Hey, I'm evolving, man. You know, I'm evolving. I'm going to get used to it.
All right. It's a good answer. So, technical foul will be shot, and everybody's wondering why, what, how, where. So the first opportunities come with 8 minutes still on the clock. And it'll be Searcy to shoot it and get Romulus on the board. So 1-0, the Eagles of Romulus. And that's it. The pair is split. So a tournament like this, and you're a great example, you're waiting around. How do you prepare a team when you don't really know when the start time is and it's just kind of a random start to the ball game after other games?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the exact science. You know, you just hope that the guys maybe take it in, spend some time together, watch some games, and stay focused.
All right. Romulus attacks immediately. And this is their guard, Michaela Hines. She draws the foul early and back to the free throw line. Here's another look, Coach.
Good, strong, aggressive move to the basket.
The reward, we're 9 seconds in and we're already going to have 4 free throws shot. This is Michaela Hines, 6'1" senior for Romulus, who's coming off a win their last time out. Excuse me, a loss. They lost to Saginaw United, followed by that Redford Thurston. All right, here comes Cass Tech working against pressure. Technicians trail 2-0. Clean break of the press. Left corner three. Splash City.
It looked like they were prepared for the press with the 2-1-2 press breaker that time.
They broke it all too easy, and that's Melise Brown. Steal made. That's Lanier. Kick out corner. Another three. Off the mark, but a reset and a restart up top. Another triple. How about it? It's raining threes. This time it's double T Tracy Thomas, the senior center. You didn't tell me she could step out and hit those,
It's
Steve.
a new dimension, huh, Chad?
Man. 6-2. Cass comes out swinging with a couple of threes. Rip, drive, dump, shot, long. And a reset circle back by Searcy. This is Chambers. Pressure, double team at the elbow. Got her own miss, laid it up and scored it. That's Madison Chambers, the freshman. Timeout A.J. Simpkins. We'll keep it right here. 6-4 your score, 6:35 to go. Chad Bush and Steve Hall with you from the PSL Holiday Classic. What do you like what you've seen so far?
Well,
this one?
just, I always look at the shot selection, and Romulus looks like they're committed to getting shots in the paint, whereas Cass has shot 2 threes already. So, Romulus had a strong, drive to the basket where they got fouled, and just this last possession they scored in the paint. So maybe we'll see if that's a sign of things to come.
You hear a lot about teams working inside out.
Right.
Is Cass perhaps working outside in?
Well, they were attacking the zone, and those were the shots that were available. So I want to continue to watch and see if that's a game plan.
Okay. Little press causes another turnover. Picked off by Hines. Finds Searcy in the corner. No good, and cleaned up and cleared out by Cass. And here comes Melise Brown. This is the point guard, Larea Lanier. Pass stolen away, picked off by Searcy. 2-on-1 developing, all the way to the rack, count it, and the foul. That's Mira Searcy with a run out, a hoop, and the harm.
And they're getting to the free throw line, Chad. They're playing aggressive basketball, and it's paying dividends for them right now.
Through the contact, we got a tie ball game with 5:55 to go in the first. A.J. Simpkins will go to his bench here, and he'll give Mackey a rest. The bonus missed, and so was the rebound off the hands of Nyla Terrell, the captain. Romulus Eagles. The freshman steps out for a 19-footer. Excellent box out by the smallest girl on the court, in Lanier. Near travel, step back three, long. Rebound corralled by Shell, who's checked in. Natasha Shell, the sophomore guard. Cass starting to spread it out. Open for three, topside triple, Splash City. Third three of the game.
Great execution in the half court that time by Cass Tech. The call play.
Really was. Got her a clean look.
Yeah.
Despite it being from 23 feet, it was a dripper, Coach.
A lot of things going on schematically right now, you know, with both teams. It's real impressive. It's real impressive.
Cass from the outside, Romulus from the inside. 3-point lead for the home team. The Cass Tech technicians trying to get to 6-2 on the year. All alone, right block, swat, but they got some skin on Melise Brown, and the 5'7" junior guard will go line left and try to add to this 3-point lead.
Like a boxing match right now, it's punch, counter punch. You know, it's a lot of good things going on, and the girls are noticing what the opponent is doing, and they're executing at a high clip.
What's it like coaching boys versus girls?
Well, I haven't coached girls much, but I've heard that, you know, they don't rely on athleticism as much, and generally they execute well. And that's what I'm seeing right now, is that they're executing. They're doing what their coaches are asking them to do.
My wife always tells me I'm a bad listener. And I start to believe it. I'm listening very closely to you today, though. Promise.
Appreciate that, Chad.
You bet.
And Cass is coming with a run and jump.
Run and jump press. Did you teach A.J. Simpkins that?
I didn't teach him that, man. I think that was in his bag of tricks.
The free throws were split. Ball out of bounds near sideline. The freshman to trigger. This is Madison Chambers. Chambers open. Dead spot right three is long. Volleyballed around and one out by the tougher Natasha Shell, the smallest gal on the court. And we got a foul called. Is that over the back on Romulus? It is. So they'll get number 5, Shannon Coleman, who's checked in. Here's another look.
So now you got two very tenacious, very aggressive teams. Nobody's taking a step back right now. You see a 1-3-1 by Romulus right now, three-quarter court.
It's broken. Ahead, Shell, 18-footer left wing, no good. Brown had a clean look. And now Romulus, with high hands, can't get it through. Shell with a rip, drive, pass, and the feed to the cutter. And Terrell was set up magically by her teammate. 2 free throws coming up line left for the technician.
Cass Tech's doing a great job with their spacing. They're hitting cutters, they spraying the ball around, they got open shooters. Look like they prepared for what they see right now from Romulus.
Well executed in the half court. Free throw is down. Cass Tech this year, again, having to recover from losing one of their best in Kayla Mount from a season ago, an all-stater, and Miss PSL. Free throw up and good. Cass coming off a win over their rival King back on the 19th of this month.
Run and jump again.
Can it result in another steal? 6-point lead, Cass Tech's largest. Crossover and contact and a foul. Looks like they'll get Terrell.
And one thing I'm noticing as I assess the rosters in the starting lineups, Romulus, with their first-year coach, has 5 underclassmen starting, and Cass really only has 2 seniors on their whole roster, so we're seeing a lot of youth right now.
And at this time of year, both teams really starting to find out who they are, right?
For sure.
Pass is stolen. It was tipped. Thomas was all over it, the senior center. The veteran presence. Shell to the hole. Nearly rolled that thing home. Another steal, shot short.
Oh.
Lanier couldn't get it to fall, and a foul over the back, and this thing's going back to the Eagles, I believe. Yes, it is.
A couple opportunities, point blank range, didn't have a chance to complete those.
We'll get another look at that play underneath the rim, Steve.
It's ironic that, you know, the few times when they had a chance to execute and hit those cutters, it was to perfection, but conversely, they had a couple opportunities to get a couple easy ones they didn't convert.
There you get a look at the Romulus bench and first-year head coach Sidney Williams. Williams came over from U of M Dearborn, where she spent a couple years as an assistant. And look, you're playing after the holiday. It's tough to get teams together. You have to practice and get everybody together. How much preparation goes into like preparing for the opponent in games like this?
I just think you have to prepare for multiple opponents at the same time. You know, these games come in rapidly like this. You know, it's hard to find time to concentrate just on one team.
Yeah, I bet. That's a forced turnover. Cass Tech has been very disruptive with turnovers in this game. And they have forced 6 Romulus turnovers.
And that speaks to, like we said at the beginning, what Coach Simpkins is committed to, which is pressure.
High post pass, backdoor cut. Rejected. A little tardy before she got swatted by Sienna Walker at 6'2".
Good they had the plan implemented to break that. It just didn't complete it, didn't get the pass there on time.
Yep. Little tardy to the party. Inbound play. Oh, it was dialed up magically. Missed by Thomas. And here comes Searcy and company. Romulus has been stuck on 6 points for about 4 minutes. Trying to change it on this trip. Throw ahead tipped. All the way, shot up, no, bangs into that stanchion. And A.J. Simpkins says, you got to make that layup.
Once again, it seems like Romulus is committed to getting shots in the paint. That time it led to a fast break for Cass Tech. Elise drawing the foul, 2 free throws.
What's your thought on a break like that when you got a player that maybe has a step on the defender, but there's another player coming up on the wing? Do you want your players to pass out of that? Do you want them to shoot through that? What do you instruct?
Well, you know, if you have the numbers and you have the advantage, I'd like them to attack the basket. You know, obviously it depends on who the person is, but I think Melise did the right thing going to the basket that time.
Yep. Boy, she's fast. Half step on her opponent. Feels a little bit more than that. More pressure. Cleared away. And Romulus, who had a quick early 6 points, has faced a suffocating Cass Tech defense. Turn, left-hand shot, up and good. That's Sienna Walker, the senior at 6'2", And it breaks about a 5-minute scoreless streak for Romulus.
When they don't turn the ball over, they get high percentage shots, Chad. They committed to getting the ball in the paint, and when they're able to do that, they've been successful.
Nice looking set there. This is Lanier. Now back to Shell. Under 2 minutes we go. 5-point game. Feels like Cass has dominated a bit more than that, but it's a 5-point margin. Shell with the attack and the swat. Romulus has protected the paint quite well. You can see where Cass is a little unsettled when they attack with the shot blockers that they have coming at him, Steve.
With this particular lineup, Romulus has a decided size advantage with their big lineup.
Spin to the rack, and this is Thomas who gets fouled going up. So Cass starting to attack and get some free throws because of it.
With Sienna Walker at 6'2" and Cersei at 5'10", that's a formidable front line right now for Romulus.
Yeah, and they're just looking to swat everything. Thomas, the returning starter, savvy veteran, sinks them both. It's back to a 6-point bump. 98 seconds left in the first quarter.
More pressure from Cass Tech.
Hines gets it ripped. Stolen away by Terrell. And now Romulus and Searcy gets one on their own end. Searcy on the attack. Short corner runner. Tough luck rim out. Nyla Terrell. And a travel forced by the pressure by Hines.
Coach Simpkins is changing his different pressures. Right now he's coming with a diamond, it looks like, or a face guard, but they've already forced 7 turnovers in this first quarter.
Man. Romulus still has to go full court. Pass into the paint. Banker off the mark. Cass with a 2-on-3. Final minute of the first quarter here at the Holiday Classic, hosted by Cass Tech. Against the zone, the attack, the dump, and a foul. It's a hand check. Free throws coming. Over the limit with 5 already. And that will, I believe, set up Larea Lanier line left. Shot up and good. New system as a head coach in A.J. Simpkins that he's instilled here. What do you make of how much time does it take for a coach to really establish his style with a new team?
It takes a while. You know, a kid like Tracy, who was here with the old regime, you know, it helps to be able to inherit some people. But when you look at the roster, once again, there's only 2 seniors. So he has the time to sculpt and make this whatever he wants it to be.
It's fair. Foul on the other end, and we'll get free throws. The game started with free throw attempts from Searcy. And the quarter might end with free throw attempts from Searcy. Two games to follow after this one's done. We've got King, Detroit King against Saginaw United. And then Cass Tech against Grand Blanc to follow in the finale of the PSL Holiday Classic. It's been a great day of basketball thus far. Glad you're with us here on the Prep.
I'd love to see if they'll be able to hold this for one shot, Chad.
Well, there you got your answer. You got your quick answer.
You know, ideally you want to go into the second quarter with a 6-point lead at the worst, you know, because you have the ball and the lead and they're not trapping, so you can execute and hold it for one. Worst case scenario, you miss and that's the end of the quarter.
Yeah, We'll see if Romulus can make it burn. 5 seconds left. Searcy kick to the corner and another turnover. So Cass might yet get another chance.
Romulus' 8th turnover of the quarter. The pressure starting them out.
You bet. 1 second left and no shot before we go to the second quarter. So, from Cass Tech High School, it's the host team, the Technicians. On the girls' side, leading Romulus and the Eagles 15-9. We're back with more from the Holiday Classic right after this. Well, the Technicians, 5-2 on the year, 3-1. And out of the DPSL Blue, 2,470 students. And this is a team that lost in the regional finals last year. They lost Kayla Mount, but a lot was gained in year one under A.J. Simpkins, who's building a good program here. Welcome back. Cass Tech leads by 6. Chad Bush alongside Steve Hall. And Cass led by as many as 7 in the first quarter. What stood out to you, Steve?
What stood out to me is their ability to turn Romulus over and cause 9 turnovers. You know, I think that was telltale for the first quarter.
Cass took advantage of that. And they'll try to take advantage of another turnover here. Just underway, 30 seconds gone by in this second quarter. Into the ball game for the first time is the freshman Kayla Roger at 5'5". She has it here. Pass to the high post, pass to the low post, and a travel with all the activity down low by the Eagles.
Looks like Coach Simpkins drew up a high-low play for that zone during the timeout or during the end of the quarter. They just were not able to execute it, but I see what they were trying to do.
Almost had it. Dribble down the runway. A bump along the way and a strong finish by number 1 Searcy, the junior guard.
Searcy's a good ball player. She's heady. She attacks the basket. She has good size. Good basketball player.
Yes, she is. The Technicians number 1 with it here. Lanier. And she gets busted for a 3-second call. So down just by 4, Romulus. Let's get a look at Sydney Williams, their head coach.
I was talking about Searcy. She's already hit with 6 points of their 11. She has 6. She also has 4 rebounds.
And their best player, no doubt.
The run and jump once again.
Yep, forced a turnover, but a foul called before that. And they're going to get Dallas Harris, freshman guard. Couple of freshmen coming off the bench for A.J. Simpkins. Against man-to-man, Romulus flips it over before they can get into their set.
Turnovers have been their Achilles heel. When they're able to get the ball in the half court and attack the basket, good things happen. Unfortunately for them, they haven't been able to get there often enough.
Yeah, this more of the unforced variety, but it was solid defense from Dallas. Bodied up on the perimeter. Thomas circles back. The hook shot just off the mark. Chambers with a rebound. Ooh, a little fancy handle. I would feed into the paint. Walker got a roll miss. Put back. Too strong. Story Riley, though, with a reset.
Once again, Chad, it's crystal clear to me that they want to get the ball inside. They're committed to get the ball to the interior.
Yep. And unable to get out of the paint quick enough is Sienna Walker. That's a 3-second paint violation. Yeah, pounding the paint right now. Romulus wants it in there badly. But too long in that paint. And that's a violation.
Cass is looking for the high-low against this zone. They got Tracy in the high post. Romulus is collapsing on her. Another 3-second violation.
Another turnover. And this is starting to cause some trouble for the technicians, this zone look.
Cass' 7th turnover of the evening. Romulus now has 12 turnovers to Cass Tech 7. And that's also the storyline right now.
Now, if there's any silver lining, they're not live ball turnovers, most of them.
Correct.
So we're not seeing points off of them, but I mean, they're still boo-boos, right?
Yeah, and I think the girls want to get a flow to the game, and with the stoppages, it's hard for that to happen.
Yep. Another near travel there. Lanier will circle it back. Mackey will check in at the next whistle for Cass. 5 minutes left, 4-point game. Another travel. Mackey returns a blow for the freshman Harris. Full court pressure here applied. Near steal. Romulus, though, with a man advantage. Story for 3. Oh, good. Melise Brown on the push. Now circle back to Mackey. In the paint, cutter, shot, up, and good. How about the cut and the find? That's Terrell on the bucket.
They're using Tracy Thomas in the high post to make plays, sometimes for high lows or cutters and sometimes for herself, but she's a playmaker in that middle.
Great look from Tracy. Dead spot right, Splash City. That's Samira Searcy, the junior, and it's got this to within a field goal.
Once again, a good-looking player, Searcy.
Yes, she is. The answer, heels out, no good. Walker with the board. Romulus could tie it with a triple. Rip drive, hot knife through butter. That's Madison Chambers, the freshman.
Another basket in the paint, Chad. Another basket in the paint.
The paint poundage is upon the Eagles. They asked her to take a 3, steps into it. And the rebound by the freshman and the wise play by the rookie to get a new fresh breath. How about the threes of Cass Tech? They've kind of gone away. Do you see an approach or the reason they're going away from it, or players just not making them?
Well, I see them using Tracy as a playmaker in the high post. You know, sometimes the threes and the kickouts are there, but the thing about it is Romulus, when they don't turn over, is getting high percentage shots. You know, and that would be concerning to me. If Cass is unable to turn Romulus over, they're getting great shots. They're getting shots point blank range.
Makes sense. See how Romulus does against this pressure from Cass Tech. Just fine here. Cass bench getting into it. 5-second call, is that right?
You call a foul?
No, foul, yeah. They'll get the sophomore Natasha Shell. 1-point game, 3:13 left until the break.
Number 2, Michaela Hines is under a great deal of duress, and I actually think that she's doing it. a decent job handling all the pressure because they're coming after her, and she's shouldering most of it. Unfortunately, that's Romulus' 13th turnover of the game.
Man. Cass will try to take advantage. Open lane, hot knife through butter, layup good. Cass says, we'll try the paint ourselves. We like those percentages. You just talked about that.
A little role reversal.
Yeah. There's a bump out of bounds. That'll go on Terrell. Terrell will check out as we get another look. Kayla Roger returns. Shot short. Air biscuit out of bounds, and Sienna Walker says, I can't believe I did that. Happens to the best of them.
Romulus extending their pressure this time. They caused a turnover.
Yep, it worked. Sayla Hines ahead. 3-ball corner, no good for Story Riley. Cass wants a clean look ahead. And a double dribble.
The last 2 trips, Romulus settled for jump shots, but Cass turned it over.
The role reversal completely. Drew Donahoe will check in, the sophomore guard for Cass Tech. Kayla Roger gets a break. Full court pressure applied by Cass. Clinging to a 3-point lead. They've led all the way except for after the early technical. Hines ahead. Trying not to get sped up. She did, but the Eagles keep it. Left elbow jumper up and good. Soft touch from Chambers. The freshman looks pretty advanced right now.
Looks like she's settling in. She's getting comfortable out there.
Yeah. 1-point game again. Attack, layup, good. That's Shell Natasha, the sophomore. Year steal. Story Riley for 3, no. Freshman rebound, stick back. Contact, no call. Got her own miss. That's called.
Seems like a high risk, high reward where Cass extends and they get their share of turnovers, but when they don't, they oftentimes result in layups or fouls or free throws. So it's kind of a give or take.
In a game like this where it's a 3-point margin and they've had a lead as big as 7, what type of, what's the alternative to that at this point? Do you want to stay conservative or do you get a little more aggressive as we near the final 76 seconds?
I just think you keep people off balance. I think Chambers is starting to get comfortable a little bit. She's starting to get more aggressive offensively. I think that speeding them up is good. I don't know what it's doing for Cass Tech's foul trouble and fatigue and all of that.
Yeah.
But I would definitely press them in spots. Just don't want them to get too comfortable.
It has worked well. After the missed free throw, we're going to get a Romulus foul. No, it's going to go on Cass. This is going to be a foul on Tracy Thomas. And so it's an interesting call. So Romulus basketball, they keep it.
So now with Tracy with 2 fouls, now you want to kind of make sure you get to the half without her picking up her 3rd.
Yeah, I want to check her out. So that's bonus time. 2 free throws coming for the Eagles. Sinai Walker, the freshman.
The Eagles are struggling from the free throw line right now. 30%, 3 for 10 right now.
Yeah.
Romulus.
Yeah.
leaving a lot of points out there.
Yep, 8 of them. They're down 3 with 70 seconds left. Head down to the hole, no good. Ball loose, stolen away. In the paint, Tracy Thomas, fouled going up. And they got the freshman, I believe, Chambers. Here's another look. Free throw troubles have been a pandemic, it seems like, across the country. What is it, Steve?
Cass is 6 for 12 now, and then both teams are suffering free throw woes right now. And that could ultimately come down to what determines the outcome of this game.
Yeah. Are you the kind of coach that will talk about it to your team if, you know, say you're having a half like this? Do you talk about it at halftime? Do you remind them, or is it just something you wouldn't say?
No, I mean, I think it's worthy of being discussed. You know, I mean, games come down to free throws. It's psychological.
Shot short, missed, out of bounds. It'll go back to Romulus. Down by 3. Just under 42 seconds left until the half.
It'd be nice to get Cersei a touch this possession.
Throws it away. They couldn't get it to her. Something to say about it is Larea Lanier with a scoop and score, back to a 5-point game. Pressure applied. Press tech not done yet. How about it? Melise Brown matching their largest lead. Jump ball. It'll stay with the technicians who've gone on some kind of a run late in this half.
Just this last 30 seconds can be telltale. You know, 2 turnovers that end up in points. It can be deflating and demoralizing. It was a 1-possession game 30 seconds ago.
Beautiful floater there from Brown. 10 seconds left. Cass has matched their largest lead. Just down to a point a couple minutes ago. 15-footer, no good. Final shot of the half. And that's how we go to the break. So the host team, the Technicians, leading by 7 over Romulus. A couple teams going at it during this holiday season. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep. Steve and I are back with more right after this.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Every morning when I rise, my dream lives in me. This is my kingdom, a wonder world that's always changing, where great champions stand victorious. Here, we celebrate what makes us different. We share our creativity, and we grow stronger, preparing for the world we will make together.
I am.
I am one of Detroit's next legends. It's our time to rise.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about. Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
Take a look at us right now. We are everything that will be. We are an engine of progress that has been forged by generations, driven by the knowledge that each student in every classroom has the potential to be their best self and inspire us all. We are teachers, parents, families, all ready to do our part. We know when students rise, we all rise. We are Detroit Public Schools Community District.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
More wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Welcome back to the Holiday Classic. Chad Bush alongside Coach Steve Hall of the Cass Tech boys team. They're getting set to play tonight against Grand Blanc. But right now we've got another half of game number 4 between Cass Tech and Romulus on the girls' side. And we start this half with Cass Tech doing something we didn't see a ton of, attacking the paint, Steve Hall, with Larea Lanier.
Well, the fact that they ended the half that way they did, it was like about a 6-0 run, and then they come out the locker room and get a and one. You know, that could be deflating.
Yeah, it can. Looking at some of the numbers in the first half, Brown led the way. Brown led the way with 10 points, followed by 7 from Lanier. 4 points for Terrell. On the Romulus side of things, 6 points for Chambers and 9 for Searcy. 9-point lead. This is the largest of the game until now. Cass Tech, count it, they're plus 11. 29-18, their largest lead. Press Tech continues to be on display here.
They start the half with 2 offensive rebound baskets.
Corner 3, no good from Mackey. Offensive rebound in the corner and a reset from Brown. Steal knocked away. Hines 2-on-2. Hines flows it up. Contact, no call. And a circle back by Searcy before the travel. Turnovers a problem in the first half, Steve Hall.
12 in the first half and now 13 for the game. It's been Achilles' heel for Romulus.
It has. At times it was for Cass. What did they do to put that to bed?
I just think that their defense ignited their offense. They ended the half calling some turnovers and got some momentum, and you could see how it just kind of snowballed and made them play better.
And it has. They're on some kind of run now. Missed shot, offensive rebound, second and third cracks. Post work here. Tracy Thomas. Short with a shot. Rebound cleaned up by Chambers, the freshman. And a jump ball. It'll go the way of the technicians, or excuse me, of the Eagles.
Right now, it's almost like a boxing match. It seems like Cass has some momentum. They're the aggressor right now, and I can just see a little bit more pep in their step.
Yep. Inbound steal to the rack, fouled. Larea Lanier, the 5'6", 10th grader, has been a pleasure to watch, being so disruptive defensively.
For sure. You know, this style that's been employed really fits who she is and what she's about. She's scrappy, she's feisty, with a high motor.
Can't have enough players like that.
Especially if you want to extend and play 94 feet. You know, if that's how you committed to playing, then the more, the merrier in terms of players that have those type of attributes.
Substitution, Story Riley will check out. Shot up and good. Sienna Walker checks back in, the 6'2 senior. 12-point lead for Cass Tech. And we've got a violation, too many seconds, and a frustrated Searcy who is calling for her teammates' help.
A variety of presses. That time they went with the face guard and they caused a 5-second count. They're mixing up the presses, and right now it has Romulus baffled.
3 ball, in and out, tough luck rim today. Steal off the inbounds. Dangerous pass, somehow still got completed. Tracy Thomas will back it out. Now gives way to the sophomore Lanier. Been a big part of this game storyline so far. High post, backdoor cut. Lanier. Too strong was Terrell. Stick back, no good. Can Cass get another shot on this trip? Not this time. Not without hustle.
I can just see the defensive pressure is causing Cass to play with more energy and more confidence offensively now.
Sure has. Cleared ahead up the middle. This is Searcy. Left block, kick out to Hines. Her runner's no good. Cass Tech will throw it ahead. 3-on-2 developing. 19-footer is long. And pressure and a foul called by Lanier trying to get a swipe. It's the 3rd foul on Lanier.
And you see Coach Simpkins going to his bench, you know, and this is where the wear down can kick in, where you have more bodies that you can throw at people and keep the pace up and the energy high.
Shell, one of those high energy players coming off his bench right now. There's the steal, just missed it. The right play, and that results in a turnover yet again.
And just a variety of traps. That time they came with the run and jump. Last time they came with the face guard. You know, they're trying to tap Romulus out. You know, it's pretty taxing.
You've tapped some teams out with this similar style. You're laughing up here. You're like, hey, look, this is, I know this game plan. You're loving it. It carries over. Both genders with relentless defensive play. Blocked from behind by Sienna Walker. Romulus holds on to it. The trap, trouble, tie up. It's going back to the girls in green.
It's just physically taxing, mentally taxing to just come at waves and wear people down. It's deflating. You know, Romulus was a one-possession game with 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
It seems like centuries ago.
Sure does. Cass trying to tap him out, as you said. Open right block, laying good, fresh feed from Nyla Terrell, the captain. Romulus in some kind of way right now. Near steal. 3 ball. Long.
And you can see Romulus is slow to get back.
That means they're demoralized.
They may need a timeout, yeah.
And that's exactly what they'll get, and we'll take it with them. So, with 4:09 to go, a 16-point lead, the largest for the Lady Technicians today at the Holiday Classic.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
That's Antoine A.J. Simpkins in his second year. Coaching experience, it expands. 13 years. Was at River Rouge, Birmingham Groves. Great job at both stops. He's coached some AAU ball along the way. Northwestern High School graduate. Went into the Marine Corps. He's got some military values behind him. Served 4 years active duty. We appreciate his service. And he's one of the good ones, A.J. Simpkins. He's got his team on a run right now, Steve Hall. River Rouge, or excuse me, Romulus will reset. Near steal. Lob down low, lay up good, and a fine play by the two bigs playing that high-low game.
Good execution out of the timeout by Coach Williams that time.
Sure was. Romulus unable to get a stop. Hot knife through butter. That's the captain, Nyla Terrell. Back to a 16-point lead, 3:30 left in the third. Cass Tech sending multiple players in hopes of another turnover forced. Searcy surveys the defense, in trouble. Gets out of it. 19-footer off the mark.
It's to the point now, Chad, where every pass is an adventure for Romulus. The girls are laboring. They slow to get back on defense.
How much of that comes from the defensive pressure that they're facing every time down the court in the multiple different defenses?
I mean, oftentimes when you're committed to playing that way, it's just a matter of when, not if, it kicks in. You know, the better the team, the later it kicks in. But generally speaking, the fatigue factor will kick in. And right now, it's in full effect. You can see Romulus girls bent over, tugging at their shorts.
Yeah.
It's just psychologically taxing.
And then you got to think, well, here we go again. We got to face this press. Yep. You know, here we go again. Some substitutions for both teams. Kayla Roger, the 5'5" freshman, in for Cass Tech. A much-deserved blow for Melise Brown, the 5'7" junior. Also into the game comes Shannon Coleman, 5'5" senior guard for Romulus.
10 points and 7 rebounds right now for Terrell.
Wow. Don't forget, games coming up. King versus Saginaw United is next, followed by Cass Tech and Grand Blanc. More bodies on the floor. Romulus holds on to it. Story 3, no. Riley's shot out of bounds, back to Cass Tech. Looking comfortably up front right now by 16 points. And they will change this call to Romulus's basketball. Ball out of bounds, baseline left. Trigger into Chambers. High hands tip. Story Riley had it, lost it. The girls in green have it again. Steal by the freshman Roger.
You can see how slow they're getting back in transition, which results in a layup for Cass. A couple girls just crossing half court. And it's a domino effect, Chad. They've scored 2 points this half.
Yeah, it's got to be tough to continue to endure the press and the relentlessness of all the bodies being thrown by A.J. Simpkins. He's got some players off that bench he trusts. He's going to go get another one right now. And Drew Donahoe and a fresh set of legs.
It's very enlightening, you know, for me to just watch this type of style. You know, obviously we play it, but the wear down, he's playing multiple bodies, and the tale of two halves right now.
You've seen the torture from afar that your teams can bring. Throw ahead, Donahoe, alone, layup, no good. And the rebound over the back. Can't fault the hustle from Natasha Shell.
What's starting to be repetitive is that Cass is laying the ball up, and Romulus has girls not even across half court yet. You know, I'm not sure how deep their bench is, but fatigue has really kicked in.
Yep. And no let up yet from Cass Tech. Got to get ready for the season. Donahoe slaps it out from behind. 3-on-2 developing. Drew Donahoe headed to the disco ball. Line right, 2 free throws coming for the sophomore guard. How about that play from behind?
Nice.
I'm with state champion head coach Steve Hall. City champion as well, of course, multiple times. But state champion, just 2 years removed from it. Does it still feel good to look back on that season?
It still feels good, Chad, you know, but, you know, as a competitor, you know, you want to continue to have that success, and the bar is very, very high.
Yeah, understood. Jump shot solid from 15 feet, soft touch. That's Natasha Shell, the 10th grader. 21-point lead, Blackjack of Detroit. Donahoe with a physical defensive play on the right block. Third team foul, no free throws. Ball out of bounds, baseline left. There goes the clipboard. Somebody threw down the clipboard. Was that Westfall? He threw it down, so that's enough. We need a timeout. Double team in the corner, somehow passes out of it. Strong pass from Chambers. Cersei couldn't complete the assignment, but she will get to the line with 2 free throws. Good looking pass here, Steve. .62 seconds left in the third.
I really like Cersei. You know, I just think that the fatigue factor has kicked in. You know, she's a double-double type pretty much every night. You know, she's a very talented young lady.
Yes, she is. You've seen enough out of her to know that one of the best for the Eagles tonight. Also in for Cass Tech is the freshman center Cameron Evans at 6 foot. And we've got a whistle and a foul, and it's an offensive foul from the aforementioned Miss Evans. Here's another look. Now that's how you set a screen, I thought. What's wrong with that? 40 seconds left. Cersei all the way down the boulevard. Shot up and good. How about the take from Double S, Samira Cersei. 30 seconds left. Terrell, the take, the kick. Donahoe, 4-3. Splash City. Double D, Drew Donahoe.
Very impressive how Coach Simpkins is getting this kind of production off of his bench.
You're not kidding. 21-point lead, 2 seconds left. Cersei will heave it up. And that one just off the mark. And there's still a 0.1 second left. And the heave down court, and that will do it. Let's go to the fourth. It's a third dominated by Cass Tech, who says this is our house and this is how we play. Pressure packed with a defensive style, and it's a comfortable 21-point lead.
Take a look at us right now. We are everything that will be. We are an engine of progress that has been forged by generations, driven by the knowledge that each student in every classroom has the potential to be their best self and inspire us all. We are teachers, parents, families, all ready to do our part. We know when students rise, we all rise. We are Detroit Public Schools Community District.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
That's Sydney Williams, the head coach in her first year. And, you know, look, nothing that a little lip balm and a film session can't work out. Working against this press, though, is a job of its own.
Absolutely. It's relentless.
How much does this prepare Romulus for the future of their season, playing against a team like Cass Tech in this style?
I just, you know, like I said, when I look at their roster and I see 3 seniors, you know, Cersei's just a junior, you know, and Chambers is a freshman. I mean, any experiences that they have right now are gonna pay dividends later.
How many teams that they'll play this year play this kind of style where they can say, hey, all right, well, we've handled this before?
And a lot of people, you know, that do play this style may not have 10 bodies to throw at you.
Yeah, right.
You can throw 10 bodies at people, you can keep the pressure up. So that's always good to, you know, if you're Cass Tech, to be able to draw on something like that.
It has been a deep bench. 11 bodies in exact, used by A.J. Simpkins tonight. The pair is split. This is the freshman Cameron Evans. Now back to Nyla Terrell. And A.J. Simpkins wanted a set. He didn't get it. And he wants to talk it over. The idea is to get him in the right set, get everything set up. When you've been running so much offense off your defense,
right?
Sometimes when you get in a set situation, it can be a challenge, huh?
In that time, Romulus extended their pressure, you know? And so I'm not sure if Cass Tech was prepared to break that press, and that might be what Coach Simpkins is addressing right now. You know, maybe Romulus' plan is to go down swinging, and they're going to extend pressure right now.
Coach Simpkins also owns a life insurance company, does real estate. This man stays busy. Detroit Northwestern graduate. You don't hold that against him, do you?
You know, I coached at Northwestern, so hey,
all right.
Go Colts.
Okay, go Colts. Right on. Rob Hunter agrees. He's a Cub, but he doesn't hate the Colts. How about that backdoor play? Oh, Evans blew the bunny off a fresh feed.
And now we know why the timeout.
That's right. Great play. Simpkins like, wait a minute. You got to run this play. It's going to work. And it did. How frustrating is it for a coach when you know that the play you called worked, but no points out of it?
And Cameron Evans is a freshman. You know, right now, Coach Simpkins is getting some some experience. So,
yeah.
Once again, it's the return on the investment right now that I think is being concentrated on.
Yeah, no doubt. That shot up and good, but wave it off. But we've seen enough out of Madison Chambers, the freshman, to know that she's legit.
Romulus extending three-quarter court with pressure right now.
Cameron Evans clears. A.J. Simpkins wants his set called and ran. And it will. Shot down low and it worked. Drew Donahoe on the return feed from the left wing. And Cass Tech continuing to score set play off defenses.
Real encouraged with the minutes Drew Donahoe's giving off the bench also. She's been an asset to Coach Simpkins tonight.
Yeah, she's been really good. I remember her from last year too as a freshman making somewhat of a splash. I mean, you consider that your 8th or 9th man.
Right.
It's crazy.
And he changes the lineup sometimes, and the minutes are dispersed evenly. So sometimes they may look like a sub, but they're experienced like a starter.
Yeah, makes sense. This is Chambers. She'll attack. Gets it up and scores it. Madison Chambers, remember the name. She's just a 9th grader.
Yeah, I think she'd be one of the better freshmen around. She's a double-double type already. And then alongside Cersei, I think that they could be a formidable duo for some time to come.
For sure. Ball out of bounds, inbound, swatted away by the freshman Evans. She says, I'm a freshman too. Bounce pass in the paint, shot up, no. Rebound, stick back, yes. Terrell says, I started this mess, I'm gonna finish it. And the technicians are up by 22.
Each time, Chad, when Cass is getting these offensive rebounds, I'm just taking a look to see where Romulus is. And time again, there's a couple of people that haven't crossed half court. They're tapped out and tired right now.
Yeah, and Coach Sydney Williams agrees with you. She's going to go to the bench, get some fresh bodies in. Meanwhile, A.J. Simpkins says, we've got work to do. Don't be coasting. Inadvertent foul. That was Dallas Harris, the freshman. Ran into the Romulus player.
Multiple freshmen. It seems like both these coaches are committed to the futures of their program. They're getting these girls experience early.
You see another look at it, and bam. Well, sometimes you got to let them know your presence. 3-ball long for Searcy, out of bounds, back to Cass Tech. Don't forget, Detroit King against Saginaw United. The first trip down to Detroit for Saginaw United into this gym since they united in the offseason. Rip, drive, travel, I thought. No, apologize. It was a foul on the floor, non-shooting variety. 22-point lead for Cass Tech. And they've done it behind 3 scorers in double figures, including Terrell with 12, Lanier with 10, and Brown with 10. Romulus basketball. What can Romulus get accomplished here in the final 5 minutes?
Just to keep playing, just to fight it out. You know, just to the outcome is inevitable, but just to continue to fight it out and, you know, feel good about your effort.
Well, they can feel good about their freshman Madison Chambers, but she gets whistled here for an offensive foul.
And to your point, Chad, I don't know if it'll be another instance this season where they have 30 turnovers. These young ladies have 30 turnovers with 5 minutes to go left in the game.
Well, different kind of animal in the name of Cass Tech defensively. And the kind of pressure in the variety of ways. Shot short. Evans couldn't save it. And that's a tie-up, and we'll go back the other way towards the Romulus bucket as we wind down under 5 minutes to play in game number 4 of 6. Off the mark, Searcy set up the teammate. Gets it back, tough luck miss. Ball out of bounds, back to the Green Girls. Substitutions for Cass Tech. Terrell will check out. And returning is the freshman Roger for Cass. And meanwhile, Walker returns for Chambers for the Romulus Eagles. 4.5 left. Down the avenue, no good. Rebound cleaned up. And Walker and the Eagles will clear court. Throw ahead. Walker, kick, corner, 3, short. And a travel. And a frustration travel for Walker, the senior. Dish to the post, shot up and good. That's the freshman, Cameron Evans, who scratches the surface. Or, excuse me, Kaylin Evans. Well, they're twins. My bad. You got Kaylin Evans and Cameron Evans.
And Coach Simpkins is playing new people, which may explain why he's not, quote-unquote, calling off the dogs, because he wants these young ladies to get some experience. They're still pressing and they're still getting after it, but it is some new players.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a nice-looking pass from freshman to freshman, and Roger to Kaylin Evans. How about this core for Cass Tech? They got 2 freshman twin centers. They got a sophomore guard in Natasha Shell. They've got a sophomore in Lanier. Oh, look at all the stars are in the house. I mean, this is something you can really build around if you're Cass Tech and what they've been doing.
I mean, there's only 2 seniors on the roster.
Yeah.
You know, so not only is he playing multiple freshmen, but all these are underclassmen. It's an investment, and they're good right now. So that's, as a coach, is a good feeling.
Yeah. And I left out Donahoe, who's a sophomore. I mean, future's bright. Bright as those neon uniforms. Throw to the corner, and that's out of bounds. And the turnovers continue.
It's 32.
Man, Story Riley says, I didn't deserve that one. 3.5 left. Cass Tech has reached half 100 in Detroit. That's a big girl screen. Topside triple. Splash City. How about it? That's from distance. That's a freshman. Dallas Harris from downtown.
And we can recollect how competitive this game was in the first half, but this is just a result of just relentless pressure and wear down. I actually think that the score doesn't necessarily determine how good Romulus is, you know.
Yeah, and to your point earlier, look, this is just the way Cass Tech plays. How about the screen? Nothing illegal about that. And the Splash City.
You have a group of hungry girls coming off the bench playing a group of tired girls right now.
Right, right. Perfect recipe for the margin to widen. Around a screen, the kick to the top side. 19-footer, count it. How about that smooth-looking jump shot? That's another freshman, and Kayla Roger. Largest lead of the night for Cass.
Great feeling as a coach when you can put those girls out there and they're ready to produce.
Haven't missed much. That's Shannon Coleman getting bumped. Mount over to, Evans over to have a word.
Cass is shooting close to 50% from the field right now, and I think that's a result of layups off turnovers.
And they've offered the best three-point shooting so far that we've seen, really, in this tournament so far. We'll have a discussion for the G of the game. And we've certainly got some good candidates. Twin in for twin. It's Cameron Evans in for Kaylin Evans. No, they're going to keep the Evans twins out there. Right block, power layup, no, or a pass to her twin. What do I know? Left wing three on the way. And Evans couldn't hold on to it this time. Ball out of bounds. Back to the Eagles. In comes Pickens into the ball game. She's also a freshman. Tiana Pickens in as Story Riley takes a rest. Two minutes to go. On the drive, shot up, no, and a firm foul sends Hines to the floor.
I have an admiration for Michaela Hines just because she's been getting the brunt of the pressure, you know, and she's a minute 50 left, she's still in there. You know, she's still taking to the basket, still getting off the ground, still fighting.
Like to see that. Some resilience out of number 2. So the Eagles' next opponent is Dearborn Heights Robichaud on the 7th. We got a tie up down low. That'll go back to the girls in green. Meanwhile, Cass Tech will take on Arbor Prep, or excuse me, Coldwater. Road trip to Coldwater. And that'll happen on the 30th before returning home to take on Arbor Prep. Bounce pass left block, picked up, rejected by Chambers. And the turnover on the sideline. 95 seconds left in this one. It's been all Cass Tech since the game was tied at 6 and Cass went on a 6-0 run. They've been in control since, Coach.
Just don't want to be redundant. 34 turnovers, you know, that's the kiss of death right now.
Yeah, it is. Something to work on for Romulus, something for Cass Tech to continue to do, enforcing turnovers. Bank shot up and good. It's a soft touch from Drew Donahoe. Technicians starting to show off at this point with all the arsenal they have, up 28 points. Corner 3 long. And the rebound will go back to Evans. And the Green Girls. Sanai Walker returns to the ball game. Pickens takes a seat. Another look here as you saw the replay. Don't forget the G of the game coming up right after this. 19-foot shot short. Put back good. That's Kaylin Evans, the freshman center. And you're not seeing double out there. That is her twin sister, Cameron and Kaylin. Rip drive, block by Cameron Evans. 2-on-1 developing. And shot up, no, but a foul with 22 ticks left.
Quality performance by the lady technicians tonight. Something to feel good about and something to build on going into the Coldwater game.
Road trip to Coldwater coming up. There's the swat. That'll be a foul on Chambers. Smooth looking freshman free throw jumper, good. Shot short, got her own miss. Free throw miss, rebound doesn't pay off. Romulus with their last kick of the can. And that's going to have free throws coming. Over the bonus, 2 shots coming for the Eagles. Michaela Hines, line left. Don't forget Detroit King and Saginaw United on the boys' side resumes after this, followed by Cass Tech. And the man to my left, state champion head coach Steve Hall, as they take on Grand Blanc. Second shot, no good. Rebound stick back is. 1 second left, and that'll do it from Detroit. The Green Girls do it. They get it done. 6-2 now are the technicians on the season. Romulus falls to 3-3. Steve Hall and I are back with more from the Holiday Classic and our G of the game coming up right after this.
Every morning when I rise, my dream lives in me. This is my kingdom, a wonder world that's always changing, where great champions stand victorious. Here, we celebrate what makes us different. We share our creativity, and we grow stronger, preparing for the world we will make together.
I am.
I am.
I am one of Detroit's next legends. It's our time to rise.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Welcome back. Cass-Tech takes care of business on their home court. One of the leaders in the ball game and one of the leaders on this team, our G of the game, Nyla Terrell, the 5'7" senior guard. You got this team ready to play. What an impressive victory today. It was tied at 6, and then your team's defense just tore into Romulus and went on a run. Describe what it's like when you're on a run like that with your press setting the standard.
I'll say it's definitely electrifying. It's like just a momentum run at that point because like with the defense, like we have so much going on where like he sets us up and just like prepares us for any type of game situation where there's always something we can do with it. And on top of that, I just like love the advancement of our defense and the way it is and how much stuff like we have to remember and just so many sets in like different formations of the defense. So definitely just a momentum and electrifying moment to play.
And you're a leader of this team. You're the captain, and you've got some youth that you're working with this year. Freshmen, we saw a glimpse into the future with the center, the Evans twins. Yeah. A lot of sophomores, youngsters. What do you do as a leader to kind of bring everybody together? It looks like you guys are pretty cohesive today.
I'll say I definitely got to just use like their youth and like the energy that they bring as a way to just like really spark the energy because like you said, they're very young, so like they just enjoy like running around and just having fun with it. So today on the floor I definitely got to see them have fun and smile and just like get a lot of stuff on like the fast breaks and everything. So,
yeah. Did you have a good Christmas?
Yes, I did. Did you?
Yeah, I had a great Christmas.
That's
yeah,
great.
Absolutely. Did Coach Simpkins in practice, he seems like the kind of guy that's not going to let you slough off during the holidays. You got to be ready to go. He's a military guy.
Yes.
He seems like he's got a great structure for you girls.
Yes, ready at all times, definitely. So.
What's ahead for you? I know you just had a big win against King last contest. Now you're going to go to Coldwater. How good can this team be? Can you win the city title?
I definitely believe we can, and I really just got to say we'll have to wait and see, but I definitely want to say we definitely got cities. So.
Well, you're doing a good job, partner, leading them. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The captain for the Green Girls, Nyla Terrell, leading her team to a 30-point-plus victory today in the PSL Holiday Classic. We're back with more coming up on the Prep right after this. Nice. Great job. Good job.
At
Good
Alliance
job.
Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Lowering the shoulder. swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Welcome back to the Holiday Classic. This one's in the books. Cass Tech wins it by 30. 29 officially. Cass Tech 60 to Romulus 31. Chad Bush, Steve Hall. What can you say about this ball game, Coach? It was a game at which I know you mentioned the turnovers repeatedly, but how much of that was Cass Tech responsible for enforcing those turnovers?
I just think it's a tale of two halves, and I think it can snowball and give you a poor reflection of the total game, because we saw a real good game in the first half, but what happened was fatigue kicked in, and it was psychologically taxing on Romulus, and a great showing and a great outing for Cass Tech. It's the holiday, both teams playing young girls, and I think both teams can leave with something to build on.
You bet. Well said. 12 points, 9 rebounds for our G of the game, Nyla Terrell, the captain. 10 points apiece for Brown and Lanier. 8 points for Donahoe off the bench. A real team effort today. 6 for Tracy Thomas. Meanwhile, Romulus stymied with all kinds of stops that came in the form of Green Gang. 14 points, though, for Searcy in the contest to lead the way. 9 for Chambers. Look, Cass Tech shot 40% in this game, but they were able to get 37 shots up in the contest compared to just 19 for Romulus. It's a game of numbers. When you get opportunities like Cass Tech got off of the turnovers, you're going to be pretty successful.
34 turnovers is not going to bode well at any level, any gender.
Yeah. Well, thank you, partner. I appreciate you doing this.
Appreciate it, Chad. Let's do it again.
Yeah, good luck tonight.
Absolutely.
Great job.
Thank you, sir.
That's state champion head coach Steve Hall. My name's Chad Bush. For the captain, Alex Westfall. Time to say goodbye and so long to game number 4. More to come. King versus Saginaw United is next. We're the Prep. Thanks so much for watching. Again, your final score tonight from Cass Tech. It's the girls and the green side of things winning it 60-29. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching. So long.